Petri asked me actually that I shouldn't speak about finance industry. I shouldn't speak about AI, how we use it in the finance industry, but mainly concentrate on the society. Have we tried something in Finland in the society which has been well functional? So I don't know these cases which I chose, 2 cases, so well. So maybe there are people who know these cases better, but I just wanted to tell you briefly about these 2 cases. First, however, maybe you think that AI is already here, that we have seen the growth during the recent years, and of course a lot of things has happened. But if you look at this chart, this is from Heidrick and Struggles last week, this big company of doing recruitments. This company said that computing power per second per dollar, how many calculations the machine can do today, it has grown in a linear scale like this before 2018, before last year. So maybe we think that we are now in the verge of a big change. But if you look at the next picture, we have just started. 2018 in a linear scale, it is really exponential growth. It is really what we will see in the next 11 years, maybe 10 years, that AI will rule the world. Everything what is now digital will be using AI, will be using deep learning methods and robotics, and this will be much more part of our everyday life than it is today. Of course, in Finland, when I was asked to speak about society, I noticed that we are well in chart. So Finland has done a lot. The true digital future is here. We are very well equipped. We have an artificial intelligence program. Maybe Ilona Lundström is here, who was the secretary. No, 2017, Finland did this program, and it has actually very good targets. So goals of the program, we want to be one of the world-leading users of AI in Finland. We want AI and robotics to become success factors for Finland, and maybe Taneli later on will speak about this. And we want to change our everyday life and society with AI. I think these are very good goals. But now some examples how this has been used. So first I had the message that where we need to concentrate. I have 3 things. We need talent, we need trial and error, we need investments. These are the 3 things to make Finland really AI capable. So talent, I mean both the digital talent, meaning the coders, meaning the people who really know the technology, who really can shape the new technologies. And at the moment I see that these people are either in the academia or they are working with the tech sector. So now when I'm speaking from the finance industry point of view, it's very challenging for us to have this digital talent in the finance industry, because everyone is already either working in the academia with the research or working with the tech companies. But we also need the human touch. We need people who can really have this emotional intelligence. We need more Renaissance people, for example, in the finance industry, who really understand what the customer needs, so that they can teach the machine to do things. So you can't. Of course, you all know it. You have been in this AI Monday before. That everything depends on what you teach to the machine, to the computing power. So emotional intelligence is going to be also this kind of a return to humanist sciences will happen. That's what I say. So trial and error. These both cases which I now show to you are about trying in a very minuscule scale. So this is not doing something very big in the first place. Maybe it has already been presented here, I'm not sure, but Finnish Pension Center did an AI-based trial about the disability pensions. So what they did, they took 240,000 cases from their data, and then 240,000 other cases, so approximately 500,000 cases from their data. Half they used as a learning material, and half they used as a AI data pool. And what was the AI here? It was to prognose if there will be disability case in the next 2 years. And they took this data from those who had been on the health, for health reasons, they had been away from the labor market. So this data was real data, and what they actually did, they came up with very good results. So they had already 78% accuracy with this very tiny. They were able to see if the person will be a disability case in the next 2 years with 78% accuracy. Maybe you think that it's not enough, and maybe this data has much more potential. There's lots of room for improvement, but I think it was a very good start. And maybe we can, in the future, then use this preventing measures, especially to those cases which we see based on AI that there might be a case of disability pension in the future. So I think it's a very good case. Has it been told here? Because it was in the media when it was done. The second issue is investments, and there we have a chart from McKinsey about if you invest into AI, that first you, of course, it is not producing at first years a lot of good profit, but you have to go beyond the level that it is really taking up, and you can see that those who are front runners who invest now, who at least try something new, are able to get the real benefits. It is not enough to be a fast follower. You need to be there in the first place to try new things and invest into AI. And this is where we in Finland are not so good. So we are for example, in the European charts, we are not the country which invests enough to AI. There are maybe better experts about this, but I wanted to show now you the second case. It's about financial supervision agencies. So I chose these cases also from the field of finance. So Financial Supervisory Agency started last year their first AI trials, and they use machine read notifications from other European countries. So when you notify, for example, new investment company notification case or a fund management case, these are hundreds of cases every year coming to Finnish FSA for approval, that they first filter the material with the machine robotics, which reads these documents. And then, of course, there will be the human person who makes the final decision. But it saves a lot of work because these are very legal, very boring. And also, there is a standardized European legislation behind it. So it should be almost the same. They learned that even though there is a legislative coordination among the member states in the EU, still there are differences in, for example, when the German applications come or the French applications, they are a little bit different. So they had to teach the software, the robotic software, based on the different countries, the countries where the notifications come. So they couldn't use one single software for this. But a very good also case from the society, from the civil service, that they have at least tried. So what about the finance industry? Even though Petri said that don't speak about that, everything is digital in the finance industry. We don't have any raw materials or any even the locations are now much more flexible, so people work in different places. So it's completely immaterial. as a industry. So of course you can understand that AI will have a big role in finance industry. We have a lot of cases where you already use in chatbots, in client service, robotics, AI. You even have AI doing now trading, and you have advisors or advisors. They are coming with a very fast pace. You have robotics who gives you investment advice, for example. But I didn't take these cases from the finance industry because it was the wish of the organizers. But for us, it's a big challenge because 80%, according to Gartner, the big strategy house, that 80% of the heritage financial services firms will go out of business, become commoditized, or exist only formally but not compete effectively. So this, I think, is the game changer. If you are not in those front runners in that group, which now invests, which now makes the system equipped with potential to use AI everywhere, you are out of business. So it's an existential issue for the finance industry. But thanks a lot for this opportunity to show you these two cases, and I'm willing to discuss after the other presentations. Thank you.